Welcome to another jacket video, folks. We are going to do some Vader, some young Anakin, some Padme, of course my queen, and maybe some Tatooine binary sunset inspired design today. So let's get into it. For once, out of character for myself, I actually got started with the background. I cannot take credit for this. This was actually Tom's suggestion, and it like totally brought life to this design, y'all, because the central design with Vader and Padme and young Anakin, as you'll see as I start to fill them in, was my original idea, and I was gonna actually do that as a jacket for Tom, but repurposed it here for myself, and it was Tom who suggested doing this kind of Tatooine sunset in the background, and I was like, that's genius. I'm gonna steal that. So that's what we got started with, actually. Basically just a bunch of layering to create the desert sunset gradient. And I was already loving the color scheme. The one part that I questioned was, why did I subject myself to trying to freehand perfect circles? That's one thing that I never do in my work. One thing you will never see is geometry in my artwork, because I'm not good at it, never was. So I don't know why I decided to take matters in my own hands and just risk it for the biscuit here. Sent it, but dare I say, those are some of the best perfect circles I have ever done. Those twin suns. Maybe I just need to be in a Star Wars headspace to actually paint shapes, but as you can see yet again, I failed to freaking turn on my camera for the most exciting parts. So there's Vader's helmet, but as I said in my Empire jacket video, it's basically just painting the whole thing black and then adding the highlights and whatnot. And so here I am going in again, as always, with that gold paint. I think I found a way to weasel that into like every single jacket we've done so far, with the exception of maybe one. I just love it as a little fine line to kind of outline, you know, the main portrait or the main figure here, in this case Vader. Just add a little touch, add a little pizzazz, a little snazz, but not go overboard. And what you can see here is me realizing that I painted the highlights of his helmet, as you can see, unintentionally the exact same color blue that was in the gradient for the background of the middle panel here. So I was like, all right, I need to do something to shake this up and help him pop. So I decided to make them a lighter pink, and I think it's crazy how even just like some of the slightest decisions can help elevate or just make your design pop way more. So I was happy about that, because I was starting to lose him a little bit in the design. Next stage, we were going in, I'm doing some flowers as a little whimsical / tragic / heartbreaking touch in the background here, to kind of pair with the Anakin and Padme kind of ghostly figures above him, but it's of course inspired by the flowers and Padme's funerary hair. So I started to just kind of scatter some of those across the background, and they kind of also like mimic stars in a way too. They had a kind of dual galactic / tragic purpose. I had to add a little bit of heartbreak to this one, y'all. And then of course we got to work on Padme and Anakin. I didn't want this to be sad though. I wanted it to have like a dreamy vibe, which I think we achieved thanks to the color scheme. And so I saved maybe the most fun for last, which was Padme's beautiful curly hair. At this point we had achieved everything, all the more difficult elements of the design, so I was just living my best life. I just love hair for some reason. Is so fun to paint, especially curly hair, and I wasn't going in with the intention, as you can see, I didn't want these to necessarily be like uber realistic portraits of Padme and Anakin. I wanted them to kind of have this not cartoonish look per se, but I don't know, kind of just like illustrative, like again like a kind of dreamy, innocent design, because I didn't want this to be too haunting of a concept. It's already heartbreaking enough, but I wanted to keep them kind of just fun and simple. But yeah, this design total, I was feeling brave, questioning if I was getting a little too ahead of myself, because I did 3 tiers again like we did with Ahsoka. I did the 3 back panels of the jacket, and when I did that with Ahsoka, it took me 7 days, but we got the hang of it here, y'all, and I'm so happy. Shout out to Tom for the suggestion of doing the Tatooine sunset in the background. I think really pulled this all together. So I can't take credit, it was his idea. Dare I say, I love all the jackets I've done so far, you guys, I really do, but I might be most excited to wear this one at Celebration. because I would wear this like outside in public in real life, not just at Star Wars Celebration. I'm so happy with it. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I think there's a few more jacket videos in the queue, so stay tuned. But until then, I'll see you guys soon.